All right, good morning. Time for Parallax Football. This is Game 5 of the 1973 Oakland Raiders season. Kent Stabler replay. Uh, the Raiders won in Game 4 on the road against the Cardinals, 19-0. Again, continuing a long road trip. Raiders are at the San Diego Chargers. The Raiders rate out pretty darn good. Chargers defense not bad. The Raiders rate out a C completion, or I should say passing ability. Their D on the yards per pass. We're going to use the static point of attack rules for this game. In other words, you don't roll for the point of attack. It's a static adjustment based on the type of football you're playing: pro, Canada, high school, etc. The Raiders C rating is a 0 added to all runs, so 0, and that's static. I don't have to roll for that every turn. And the Raiders run on the C charts. They're punting a net today against the Chargers, 38. Their kick return today is fantastic, 34. Their place kicker is always a B, and Madden runs the ball on 1-4. The Chargers pass against the Raiders AAA defense on a D chart. Their receiving additions are F to yards after catch, or I should say the catch chart. Their point of attack run against this Raider defense is -1 yard to all runs, and their run chart is D. So the Chargers, again, don't look too hot here. This was not a good team. They were 2-11-1 in reality, and the Raiders were 9-4-1. Stabler made the Pro Bowl. Their punt net is 37 today. Their kick returner not bad, 27-yard average, and their place kicker is a D. And Harlan Svar was their head coach, 1-3 run chance. And so I will be rolling offense and defense instead of a point of attack. So I'm using what's called the static point of attack adjustment. So again, that won't matter. I won't have to do that extra D6 roll. And we're rolling for offense and defensive play calls. Obviously, in obvious situations like, 3rd and 18, it'll be pass versus pass. I won't roll for that, in those obvious situations. I'm doing what the book recommends for 22 possessions for a pro game. So American professional football, 22 possessions set. And we'll see how the Raiders fare in this game. The Raiders did win the toss. They elected to receive, and they automatically turn it out to 34. However, I can make a roll to take it back to the house, and we are going to try that. The danger of that, of course, is you could fumble the ball away, and that would be that right there. Okay, so here we go. The Raiders starting lineup: Stabler at quarterback, Hubbard, Smith, and Davis are the backs. Sinai, Branch, and Moore are the receivers, along with Bolitnikoff. Guy punting, Blanda's the place kicker. Atkinson and Davis are the return men. The Chargers: Fouts at quarterback, Edwards and Garrett are the backs. Levias, Norman, and Holmes are the main receivers. Partee is the punter. Wershing had a rough year, but Wershing's the place kicker, and Smith is the return man for the most part. All right, here we go. Let's see what Madden and company do. It's going to be the Raiders running the ball versus run defense. So what that means is we lower the grade. So the Raiders will be running on the D chart. So the Raiders on the D chart, 44. So now it's a little faster because the point of attack is static 0. So 44, Raiders hand off to Hubbard for 4 yards. And the Raiders out to the 38, 2nd and 6. So John Madden tells Stabler, and I dropped the die on the right there. I mean, haven't even rolled but one time, and there we go. Okay, here we go. 2nd and 6, Madden run versus run again, 65 though on the D chart because of the, we're at C, but we adjust it due to the defense. 65 is going to be a run for 6, and the 5 and 6 is a first down as Davis gets the handoff for the Raiders. Here we go. Raiders looking pretty good. We're going to drop back to pass versus run, versus pass, which means the Raiders get to throw this on a better than C. So the Raiders are going to be completing this on the B charts thanks to the wrong defense. 2 is a run defense. So the Raiders are going to be using B chart on this. 61. 61 on B might not be too hot. 61 is incomplete, 2nd down. So a play action pass for Stabler and company on the first down. It's going to be a pass versus balance. Balance has no effect. They're playing it safe. 25 on the C chart. 25 is complete to Bolitnikov. And now we got to go to the chart for the Raiders, the D chart. It's complete for 23 is going to be 4 plus 2 for the Raiders. D is going to be 6, 5, 6. Third down and 4. This will be an obvious pass situation for both. We're going to be passing then on the C chart. 62 on the D chart due to the right defense. 62 is incomplete, fourth down, so we try a quick drop back pass out to our tight end, and we will have to punt. And our punt net against this return team is 38, 10, 20, 35, 6, 7, and 8, and they can return it for a touchdown. Risking it on the 12. No, we're going to just be safe there and get our net. All right, the Chargers. Dan Fouts huddles them up here in San Diego, crowd on their feet, hoping to beat the hated Raiders. And here it is. It's going to be a run versus run. The Raiders are going to hold them to a F running chart with a -1 run. So this Raider defense is brutal. 51. 51 is 3, -1 point of attack, 2 yards, 1, 2, second down. So Dan Fouts on a quick handoff to Garrett. They snap the ball. It's going to be a pass versus balance. Raiders have no effect on the play here. Pass versus balance D. So let's see if we complete it. 42. 42 is incomplete. Dan Fouts can't find his man downfield. 3rd and 8. It's going to be, 3rd and 8 would be a pass. So we're going to go pass versus pass. 53 on the F charts for completions. Might be completed. 53. Nope, incomplete. 4th down. The Raiders will force a punt as this defense is damn good. A 37-yard, 10, 20, 35, 6, 7. The Raiders will try to take this back to the house with Atkinson. No. All right, here we go. Raiders, go to work. Ken Stabler and company. It's going to be run versus pass. Raiders are going to benefit from this big time on the B charts. 45 on the B charts because of the wrong defense. 45 is 5 yards. Raiders get no bonus for their point of attack against this run defense. 2nd and 5. Raiders are going to drop back pass. Not going to be good versus balance, fortunately. 12. So the Raiders facing C. 12 is going to be a sack, I think. Yep, sack. Raiders are going to go down for a loss of 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 3rd and long. We're going to pass versus pass. And the Raiders on 41. Pass versus pass on D. 41 incomplete. And the Raiders struggling against this Chargers defense. 10, 20, 35, 6, 7, and 8. The Chargers will not try to return this. They don't want to turn it over down here. All right, Chargers, go to work. First quarter's been ugly for both teams. Run versus run, 13 on the F chart on a -1. So again, the Chargers are doomed when the Raiders call the right defense. 13 is going to be 0. Point of attack -1. Raiders hammer them for a loss. 2nd and 11. We're going to roll for 2nd down. It's going to be run versus base, 63 on D. So the Raiders are going to let them have some room here. D, 63 is going to be a run for 4, -1 point of attack. They get 3, 1, 2, 3. Dan Fouts on a quick handoff, just trying to get them some room. And the Raiders will be pass versus pass. 21 for Dan Fouts passing on the F charts. On the F chart, it's going to be, sure, 21 is going to be bad. 21 is intercepted by a linebacker, so the Raiders pick it off. How far downfield? No, wait, it's the line of scrimmage in this game. So the Raiders pick it off linebackers. Our linebackers are an A. So the Raiders use the interception. We want to roll low. We want to roll a 1. That'll be taking it back to the house for a touchdown. 4, it's 5 yards downfield. So the Raiders pick it off and return it back to the 23. And Dan Fouts, intercepted by the Raider linebackers. But remember, I don't have any defensive guys written down here as I'm really replaying Stabler's first year as a starter. All right, Raiders, final drive, and the Raiders get the first possession, the first turnover of the game. Can John Madden and company turn it into points? It's going to be a drop back pass versus run. We got them where we want them, looking at the B charts, but 11 is picked off right back by the linebackers. Stabler drops back and throws underneath coverage, picked off by their linebackers. You have got to be kidding me. And Stabler, with our best chance to score on the day, turns it right back over, and they return it back. Their linebackers are C2. They return it back 16, 5, 10, 15, up to the 39. That's the best field position they've had of the day. First quarter's in the books, 0-0. Stabler and Fouts both throwing picks in the first quarter. Fouts goes to work. It's going to be a run versus balance. 64, good run on D charts. Raiders are in balance, so we're not giving up any extra. 64 is going to be 5 yards minus 1 point of attack. They're going to run for 4, 2nd and 6. Run versus balance, 15. 15 is 1 minus 1 for nowhere. 3rd down, they're going to pass versus pass. And 41, I think, is going to be incomplete on the F completion charts. 41 is incomplete, 4th down, and I'm telling you, man, San Diego and company against this defense, 10, 20, 30, 5, 6, 7. Raiders will try to take this back to the house. 61, they do not. Wow, holy cow. All right, Raiders take over. Fouts and company flip the field thanks to an interception. And the Raiders are going to run versus pass. We got them where we want them. We're going to be running on the B charts. 33 on the B charts is 2 plus 1, 0 point of attack. So on the B charts, 1, 2, 3. So Hubbard gets a 3-yard pound up the gut. It's going to be pass versus balanced. So the Raiders 24 on the C charts. Raiders 24 on the C chart is complete. Hot damn. Looking at the D completion. Raiders complete the pass to Branch for 23 is 4 plus 2, 6 yards. 5, 6. It's going to be 3rd and 1. The Raiders will be run versus run. Hubbard versus their defense. We're looking at the D charts because they're in the right defense. So we're going to run on D. We have no modifier to our point of attack, so 0. It's whatever Hubbard can get against this defense. Our offensive line is going to shift them enough to get it. 62 is 4 and a 1st down. 1st down for the Raiders at the 33. Finally, Marv Hubbard and company find room on the right side of that defense and plow ahead. 1st down for the Raiders. It's going to be a run versus pass. It's a long gain for the Raiders. 66, so run versus pass. We're going to be on the B charts. 66 is long. So this will be Clarence Davis for 46 yards. 10, 20, 30, 45, and 6 down to the 21. And Clarence Davis has a huge play for the Raiders down the sideline. It's going to be a pass versus pass. So Stabler down here earlier threw an interception. This time, though, on the D charts, right defense makes us a D. 43, I believe, is complete. It is complete. We're still using the D completion charts. That doesn't change. And so this will be Fred Biletnikoff, 36. Fred Biletnikoff, 36, is 10 plus 2, 12 yards, 10, 11, 12. And it's 1st and goal at the 9. Fred Biletnikoff and company get the job done. Raiders, John Madden and company, can they score? Be the first to draw blood here. Run versus run. 61 on the D charts is 2 yards. 1, 2, 2nd down. Raiders trying to pound the rock. We dropped another one here. It's going to be run versus pass. Oh, they expect us to pass. Unbelievable. 45 on the B charts. 45 is 5. No modifier down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 2. I will roll for both sides of the ball here. This is a play action situation. And it will be pass versus pass. They caught us, and I think it's a sack. You got to be kidding me. 13, I believe, is a sack. No, incomplete. So he does play action, rolls to his left, throws it into the back of the end zone over the head of Sinai. It is 4th and goal from here. We do make the kick automatic, so it's going to be Blanda with a 9-yard field goal. The Raiders are up 3-0. San Diego returns it out to the 27. They will take a shot at taking it back to the house. They do not. All right, the Raiders, both Fouts and Stabler have thrown an interception. The Raiders had a brilliant drive thanks to a 46-yard run by Davis. Unfortunately, that stalls it to 2, and the Raiders have to take the chip shot field goal. San Diego goes to work. San Diego's going to be pass versus pass. 44 on the F charts. We're in the right defense. 44, I believe, is complete. It is. And they're looking at the F charts for completions. This is going to be a pass to Levias. They want to roll high. Nope, 13 is going to be 1 + 1 2-yard pass, 1-2 on a quick button hook. And the Raiders wrangle him in and drag him down. San Diego, Dan Fouts and company, 66. They're going out again. 65's complete. And 34, he's taking it down the field. 34, Levias again for 7 yards. 5, 6, 7. 3rd and 1. I'm going to roll for Fouts and company as they might be willing. I cannot believe it. How many times I drop these things. You have this table. It's not a big table, but it's more than enough room, and somehow I drop it in my lap multiple times. Ugh, almost did it again. Run. Caught the Raiders in pass. Unbelievable. So their run jumps up to a C, and I rolled a 65. They're going to run for 6 yards, minus 1 point of attack, 5 and a first down. So Dan Fouts calls a dive, and Edwards plows ahead, gets the first down. Good job, Dan Fouts. It's going to be run versus run, long gain. Nope, they're on the D. So run versus run, their run is a D. So we look at F because we're in the right defense. 66 is 10 yards, minus 1, 9. They don't even get the 10 yards thanks to their point of attack. Damn, but they get 9. 2nd down. It's going to be run versus pass again. 66. This time, though, this is a long gainer. So back-to-back carries. So the Raiders, D, they're in the wrong defense. So they go up to C, and I rolled 66. Long gain. Dan Fouts hands it to Garrett, and Garrett goes 23 yards. 10, 21, 2, 3. Uh-oh, and the Chargers charging right now, threatening to score. It's going to be a run versus pass. Oh, they're going to fumble, though. So, run versus pass. They start on the D chart. We go up 1. It's a fumble loss. We don't check it. There is optional rules. I've not been using the optional rules. They're going to fumble the ball away after a loss of 1 to the 28. And we're going to say Fouts on that. No, yeah, we'll say, Fouts. We'll say Fouts botched the handoff. Fumble loss. The Raiders dodge a bullet after the Chargers' best drive. The Raider defense produces a turnover. Raiders run versus pass. We're looking at the B chart, 63 because of the wrong defense. 6, no modifier. So Hubbard gets 6 up the gut following their left side of that line. It's going to be pass versus balance. 24 for the Raiders on balance. 24 is complete. D charts complete for 25. Out of the backfield, or tight end more. 25 is 6 plus 2, 7 yard or 8 yards. 5, 6, 7, and 8 up to the 42. Ken Stabler finds his tight end Bob Moore. Raiders driving again here. It's going to be run versus run. 23 on the D chart. Right defense makes it 23. 1 yard for Hubbard. Boom. 2nd down. It's going to be run versus balance. 34. Raiders on their basic C chart. 34 is going to be a 3-yard run. 1, 2, 3. So Smith gets a run for the Raiders. 6 yards. We're going to pass. Pass versus pass. 3rd down. Raiders looking for Bolitnikoff on a 1st down pass. Going to be complete. 64. Bolitnikoff on D. Oh, fumble. Catch and fumble. They do get 2 yards. He makes the catch. Gets drilled. Fumbles the ball. So Bolitnikoff, fumble loss, gives it right back. Chargers, 1st down on the Raiders. 40, no, on the Raiders 48. Final two drives of the half here in a low-scoring game. 62, it's going to be pass versus run. Dan Fouts gets to go up to the C charts. Let's hope it's complete. C chart of 54 is going to be caught. And they're using the F charts for the completions. 53 is for 7 plus 1, 8 yards. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2nd and 2. We're going to roll the dice for Dan Fouts. He's going to pass versus run. Caught the Raiders in the wrong D. 26, though, on pass completion C. 26 is complete. And they're using still the F charts no matter what on this completions. 35 is going to be a completion for 8 plus 1, 9 yards. Look at this. Down to the 31. Dan Fouts and company. The crowd here in San Diego on their feet as their Chargers are moving. It's going to be run versus run. 51 on the run F chart. 51 is 2 yards minus 1 point of attack. Gets a yard. 2nd and 9. That was Edwards up the gut. Oh, it's a big play. Pass versus run. Long pass. So the Raiders are caught in the wrong D. They thought the Chargers would be safe here. They pass on the D, but the Raiders in the wrong D go to pass C. Pass C. 66 is complete. Now they need a big play. 26. It's going to be F catch of 7 plus 1, 8 yards. 5, 6, 7, and 8. It is 3rd and 1. I'm going to roll for the Chargers and Raiders, see what they call, because this is a situation where you might, late in the half, you might pass here. And yes, they will. Pass versus pass. 15, not good for them on the F charts. Pass versus pass on the F charts. 15 is incomplete. 4th down. They can kick a field goal here. Their place kicker is a D, so it would not be automatic. Let's look at their place kicker. This is Wershing, who had a rough year. From the 22-yard line, and he is a D, 1 to 3. A 50% chance he ties the game. So we just want to roll a 1, 2, and 3. It's tie ball game. Yep, tie game. Wershing. Look at this. The crowd roars as a 29-yard field goal flies through. The Raiders will get the ball out at the 34. We're going to go ahead and roll to see if we can take it back to the house. We do not. Final drive of the half in a 3-3 ball game as the Raiders and the Chargers, this rivalry, thumping each other. And here we go. Raiders are going to pass the ball versus run. 23, though, on the B chart. 23 is incomplete. 2nd down. Stabler takes a shot deep to Branch, or Sinai. It's going to be run versus pass. 66, Raiders off to the races for their 3rd big run of the day. So, Raiders, run versus pass, puts us on the B chart. 66 is long. So this will be Smith. And Smith goes 15 yards, 5, 10, 15, 1st down. As Smith rumbles for 15 yards, the Raiders threatening, the crowd nervous. Raiders run versus basic, 52, 3 yards, 1, 2, 3 for Hubbard, 2nd down. It's going to be a pass versus pass, 15, not good for the Raiders on the D chart. 15 is going to be incomplete, I'm pretty sure, on the D chart. 15 is incomplete. 3rd down. Raiders have no choice. It'll be pass versus pass. Complete. 66 is always complete. And 55 ought to be a 1st down pass on the D chart. 55 is 10 plus 1, 11 and a 1st. 10, 11. The Raiders in field goal position now at the 37-yard line. We got to make sure we come away with something here. It's going to be run versus pass. 52. Raiders run on the, so they're expecting us to take a shot. 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. 2nd down and 7. And right now, Stabler's playing well. 53. It's going to be pass versus basic. 14, though. Not good. Basic puts us at C. 14 is incomplete. 3rd down and 7. Raiders will pass versus pass. 64 will be complete. And For how much? 22, not great. On the D charts, 22 is a pass for 2 plus 2, 4 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4. They swing it out to Hubbard in the flat. Hubbard can't break tackles. Fourth down, the Raiders kick from the 30 with a B kicker. Raiders kick from the 30 with a B kicker. 1 to 4. So a 5 or 6 we miss. And miss. Damn. Blanda. From the 30. So 37-yard field goal, no good. And by the way, this is 3-3. Can you believe it? Halftime, 3-3, as the Raiders and the Chargers are an absolute stalemate. Raiders have had more offense. They've had a 46-yard run, a 23-yard run, and a 46 and a 15-yard run. The Chargers have had a 23-yard run, but they've also fumbled the ball away. The Biletnikovs fumbled the ball away. So the Raiders and Fouts and Stabler exchange interceptions in the first quarter. And then Fouts and Biletnikov exchange fumbles in the second quarter. Blanda and Wershing exchange field goals in the second quarter. And it is 3-3. Raiders have had better chances today of coming away. They just haven't done it. Chargers get the ball to start the second half. They will attempt to take this back to the house. On a 66, they do not. And the Chargers now need to get going. They need to settle in and find a rhythm here. They're going to run versus pass, 24. And they're going to get to use the C chart for rushing, 24. They're going to rumble for 1 yard, thanks to that defense. Point of attack adjustment of -1. Oh, this is huge. Pass versus base, complete. And they're looking at the passing charts of F, completed for 15. It's going to be caught for 4 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3rd and 5. We're going to, that -1 point of attack roll, we're going to pass. Pass versus pass. It's going to be complete. Dropped it on the floor again. Oh, 61. May not be complete. Pass versus pass F chart. Incomplete. Dang, 4th down. They're going to punt. 37 yards. 10, 20, 35, 6, 7. Raiders going to try to take it back to the house. And they do not. Somebody's going to score that damn kick or punt return. All right, Raiders. 3rd quarter. 3-3 game. Raiders are pass versus a base. 14 is going to be incomplete. Yep, incomplete. Second down. Stabler takes a shot down the field to Sinai. It's going to be run versus run, 24 on the run D chart. They have the right defense. 24 is 2. 1, 2. So Davis gets the handoff, gets only 2. We're going to pass versus pass. And that's 25. Pass versus pass, 25 might actually be complete on the D chart. 25 is complete. Now they need to get some big yardage. No, fumble. Holy cow, so Hubbard catches it for 2 and fumbles the ball away. Fumble lost, you gotta be kidding me. And the Chargers fans on their feet as Hubbard catches a pass in the flat and gets drilled, ball comes loose. The Chargers take control. The Raiders with another turnover here in 1973. Run versus run. 16 on the F charts. 16 is 2 minus 1 is 1 yard. Man, the hard way down to the 34. They're in field goal range if they don't mess up and get sacked. Chargers run versus base. 54 on base. D, 54. 5 yards. 54. 5 minus 1. 4 yards. 4. It is 3rd and 5. And again, with that -1, they're going to go ahead and pass it. 42. Pass versus pass. Completion F. 42 is incomplete. 4th down. They'll kick a field goal from here. Exactly the same. As long as I don't roll a 4, 5, or 6, it's good. And they're going to make another one. You got to be kidding me. Wershing with a second 37-yard field goal. It's going to make it 3-6. San Diego takes the lead. The Raiders return it out to the 34, and we will risk it to take it back to the house. And we will not. I know immediately on that 5 we don't. All right, Raiders have got to get organized here. It's going to be run versus base, 46, so they don't get any modifier. Run versus base. C for us, 46. We're going to run for 7 yards, 5, 6, 7. Clarence Davis going over the left side. It's going to be pass versus pass, picked off. You got to be kidding me. On the D charts, because they're in the right D, pass versus pass, intercepted by the coverage unit. Stabler throws another interception. San Diego's coverage guys are a B, so we use the B interception returns. This could be devastating for the Raiders. Technically, it already is, because turning it over in our territory. In 1. Oh my God, down the sidelines, 10, 20, 30, down to the 11-yard line. The crowd roars as it's a big coverage interception. And he streaks. They throw an out route to Sinai, and it's picked, and he streaks down the sidelines for 30 yards. And the Chargers now are in great situation to add to their lead. Pass versus basic. 65 is complete. Fouts on a drop back pass, looking into the end zone. It's going to be 11 plus 1, 12. Touchdown on the by 1. Fouts, 11-yard TD pass, 2. And this has got to be Levias. The extra point, though, on a D chart can be missed, I believe. Yep, misses on a 6. Nope, extra point's good. PAT. Folks, that makes it 3-13. The Raiders. And that wraps up the 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that wraps up the quarter. Are you kidding me? Chargers scored 10. Raiders blanked thanks to a fumble and an interception. And we're in deep trouble. The Raiders need to turn one of these kicks into a touchdown right here. 62, almost, baby. Out to the 34. Stabler has thrown 2 interceptions here. On the road, Fouts has thrown a touchdown. What a great game. It's going to be Raiders run versus base 12. Oh, no, it's going to be a run for 12. Nowhere. Raiders get nothing. Second down. Second and long. We're going to pass the ball, and I'll roll for their defense because they might not be in a passing. They are. 61, I believe, is incomplete. They're in a pass defense on the D chart. We move it down 1. 61 is incomplete. Third down. Be pass versus pass for sure now. Looking for Bolitnikov. He's open. Bolitnikov makes the catch. Now we need Bolitnikov to get a big, long gain. Bolitnikov down the bomb for the Raiders. 35 yards. 10, 20, 35 for the Raiders down to the 31. The crowd stunned as Stabler throws that beautiful left-handed rainbow down the sidelines to a wily Bolitnikov. Fourth quarter might be exciting here, folks, in Parallax football. Run versus base. 45 Raiders rumble. 45 is going to be a run for 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. It's going to be pass versus pass. 46 is complete. Double check. Pass versus pass. Yep, complete. Raiders have a chance now, throwing to Bob Moore. 32 is a catch for 6 yards. 5, 6. First down. Bob Moore on a quick tight end look in. He gets the first down. Come on, Stabler. It's going to be run 21, not good, versus run. So we're looking at the D chart. 21 is a run for 1 yard. Hubbard off the left side gets 1. Here we go. Come on, Stabler. It's going to be pass versus pass, 23. That ain't going to work out. D chart, 23, incomplete. Third down. It'll be pass versus pass. It's going to be 36 is complete. Come on. This will be Sinai going into the end zone on a trot. 46. 46 is 11 plus 2, 13 yards. 10, 11, 12, 13 down to the 7. Sinai makes the catch along the sideline. Raiders in a first down. We're going to roll the dice. It's going to be pass versus pass. Play action. Stabler rolling. 35 is complete. Now we roll for the catch. This will be Bolitnikov in the back of the end zone. 6+2 touchdown, Bolitnikov. Stabler, 7-yard pass TD to Bolitnikov. Bolitnikov. Extra point for the Raiders is good automatically on a B. Stabler has made it interesting. It's 10-13 in the fourth. San Diego gets the ball. 27. Do they dare risk this? They were up by 3 in the fourth against the Raiders with a brilliant defense. Do we risk the kick return? I don't think so. I think they would just return this out. All right. It's going to be run versus base 16. So run 16 is going to be 2 yards -1, 1 yard. Second down. So Fouts doesn't want to get too conservative. Run versus pass 66. Because we're in the wrong D, their run goes up to C. 66 is a breakaway. Handoff to Edwards, the fullback, goes 42 yards, 10, 20, 30, 41, 2. The Charger fans roar as Edwards gets loose on the Raider defense. Pass versus pass, 41. Dan Fouts on the F charts can get this done on a 41 incomplete. Second down, dang. It's going to be pass versus pass 45. I think he completed this one. Yep, complete. Fouts looks down the sideline to Holmes. 23 is going to be a pass for 4 or 5 yards on a quick out route, third down. They're going to go ahead and pass here. Pass versus pass 42. He might complete this on the F charts. 42 is incomplete. Fourth down, they'll kick the field goal from the 25, giving them a 6-point lead. On the D, 1 through 3 again. On the 25, yep, 1 through 3. So 4, 5, or 6, he misses. Nope, it's good. Wershing is the man today. 32-yard field goal. Folks, Bolitnikov and company made it 10-13 now. It is 10-16. The Raiders down by 6 points. We will attempt to return this kickoff. That could give us the lead. Nope. All right, Raiders. Stabler just threw a 7-yard touchdown pass after a nice drive. Wershing gets a field goal after a big run by their fullback, Edwards. It's going to be run versus base. 53 for the Raiders. 53 for the Raiders is 3 yards. Hubbard, 1, 2, 3, second and 7. It's going to be pass versus pass. 34, I believe, is complete. On the D chart, 34 is, complete. Hallelujah, come on. This will be Sinai. 13 is going to be a catch for 2, or 3. 3rd and 4, Sinai with a quick pass out. Tries to reverse his field, loses a couple of yards. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 4, excuse me. Raiders, we're going to roll. No, they got a pass. Pass versus pass. 3rd and 4. 34 might be a catch on the D chart. 34 is a catch. Good job. This will be Bolitnikov, Mr. Guaranteed. 13, he's going to catch it for 3. Not enough on a quick out. 4th and 1. You got to be kidding me. The Raiders down by 6 in the 4th. We got to go for it. It'll be run versus run. So we're using the D charts. Our point of attack adjustments is 0. 41. So we're looking at the D chart. 41, we got to get 1 yard. D, 41, 1. First down. Hubbard fights through and gets it. Art Shell and company make enough room that Hubbard can get the first. And the crowd stunned as the Raiders are working here. Pass versus base. 32 for the Raiders on pass base. 32 incomplete. 2nd and long. Raiders are going to run versus pass. 31 on the B chart because they're in the wrong D. 31. 31 is a run for nothing on the B chart. 3rd down, we have to pass versus pass. 55 is a catch. And 53 for the Raiders. 53 is a catch for 8+2. 10 in the first on the button hook by Moore. The tight end runs a quick drive. turns around and the ball thumps him in the chest. He falls forward for the first. And the fans here in San Diego on their feet as it is 10-16. The Raiders with a touchdown and a PAT can take the lead. It's going to be pass versus run. Raiders caught him. It's going to be complete on a 34 on the B chart is complete. Raiders caught him. This could be cyanide down the sideline. 22 is going to be a catch for 4. Second and 6. Raiders run versus pass. 65 on the B chart is a run for 7 yards in the first. 5, 6, 7. Down to the 35 is Clarence Davis gets the call. Scoots around the edge on that left side, down the sidelines, gets the first. The crowd now getting nervous as the Raiders are moving. Run versus base, 26 on C is a run for 4 yards. Raiders. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The autumn wind is a Raider. Here we go. Come on, baby. It's going to be Oh, it's Stabler looking for Bolitnikoff. Base. 56 is complete. And it's touched. Oh, it's long. Bolitnikoff into the end zone. Touchdown. Stabler in the 4th has thrown 2 touchdowns. This one, 31 yards. Pass TD to Bolitnikoff. And the PAT is good. Folks, the Raiders are up 17-13. San Diego gets the kickoff to the 27. It is 17-16. Sorry, it should be 16. 17-16. Raiders are up by 1 with 3 possessions to play. Do they return this for a touchdown? Why not now? Oh my God, could have been a touchdown. The San Diego Chargers and the Oakland Raiders, 1973. Stabler struggles early, throwing 2 picks. But in the 4th quarter, Stabler throws 2 touchdowns. We have got a hell of a ball game here in Parallax football. We are playing it rules as written, 22 possession game. I am using, though, what's called the static POA adjustment just to free up 1 run, but we still use the POA. All right, San Diego going to work, down by 1. They're going to pass versus pass, complete 65. They're looking at the F charts. And they're going to go 33. It's going to be a catch for 5 yards out of the backfield to Edwards. And Dan Fouts is determined to beat the Raiders here. It's going to be run versus base, 54 on D. Is going to be a great run, a 5, -1, 4 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3rd and 1. I'm going to roll for both offense and defense here. 3rd and 1, I'm not certain what San Diego would do. It's going to be run versus run, 31. That makes sense. F charts, because of their defense is right. 31 is 0, -1 point of attack. They lose a yard, 4th down. They have 1 more drive. They're going to punt because they have 1 more drive, and the punt could give them better yardage than anything else they do. So 37, 10, 20, 35, 6, 7. The Raiders will not attempt to return this for a touchdown. They don't want to turn it over here. So a punt, and the Raiders' final drive of the game. San Diego will get 1 more drive, only down by 1. The Raiders really need to do a lot here. It's going to be run versus run, 61 on the C chart. We're looking at the D chart. 61 is a run for 2 yards. 1, 2, Hubbard runs for 2. What a great game. 55 is a drop back pass for 46 is complete. This will be to Moore, the tight end, and 53 is going to catch this for 8, 10 yards and a 1st down. The Raiders, Stabler looking brilliant in the 4th with a 2nd down quick pass to Moore. It's going to be run versus run. 56 is a run for 7 yards. 5, 6, 7. The Raiders getting the job done. Last game, they scored 10 points in the 4th. They scored 14 here in the 4th. Unbelievable as the Raiders have taken the lead. Final drive for the Raiders, 2nd down. Run versus base, 44. It's going to be a run for 4 and a 1st down. Raiders get the 1st at midfield. And right now, Stabler is looking brilliant with this Raider team. It's going to be pass versus pass. 53 is, I think, completed. Yes, completed by 1. This will be the Sinai 45. Sinai 45 is a catch for 9 plus 2 is 11. First down to the 39. Now the Raiders are threatening to make this a double-digit lead now. All of a sudden now the Raiders are thinking a field goal makes the Chargers score a touchdown on the final drive. So the Raiders want to get 3 here. It's going to be pass versus pass 23. Not a good choice. 23 is incomplete, almost sacked. That would have put him out of field goal range. Raiders, I think, here are going to run. I'm going to roll for the defense. The Raiders want to get in, make sure they're in a field goal range here. Yep, they're going to be in a pass D. That makes sense on 2nd and long. 51, Raiders run. And we're looking at the B chart because they're in the wrong defense. I gave them a chance, 2. Raiders do not have a bonus. 37, Raiders are in field goal range. 3rd down. Remember, a field goal gives the Raiders a 4-point lead with a final drive to come. I'm going to roll for both teams. The Raiders might put the ball in the air here. And yes, the Raiders will run. Run versus run, so they were ready for it. We're in the wrong defense. 31 is going to be 0 yards, 4th down. So we try a handoff. They stuff it. And we're going to kick a field goal from the 37. 1-4. So a 5 or a 6, we miss. Come on, Blanda. Put the game on ice. 1 through 4. And it's good. Blanda the stud. A 44-yard field goal gives the Raiders a 20-16 lead. That's going to force the Chargers to have to score a touchdown on the final drive. And because of that, they're going to try the kick return to take it back to the house. They do not. That would have been a great way to win the game on a kick return at home. All right. Dan Fouts and company are going to be trying to move the ball down the field. And for this, the Raiders will go into a straight pass defense. There's no reason the Raiders wouldn't do anything else. Pass defense. They have a -1 run attack. I think they're going to want to just pass the ball themselves. So it's going to be pass versus pass from here out. Can Dan Fouts get it done? 14. Nope, that's going to be a sack, I think. 14 on F. 14 on F is incomplete. 2nd down. Dan Fouts, 45 on F, is going to be complete. And their completion is, fumble. Caught and fumbled. That will be a catch by the tight end, Norman. And he fumbled, lost. What a way to lose the game. The Raiders score 17 4th-quarter points. The Chargers get 3. The Raiders are going to win this game 20-16. The Raiders are now 3-2, and the Chargers came into this. Oh, I didn't look it up. I don't know what the Chargers were, but they weren't very good in real life. They went 2-11-1, so I'm pretty sure the Raiders won this. Probably won it pretty easily in real life. This was a fight. What is today? 3/28/26. So this was Game 5 in my Stabler replay. Stabler in the first quarter, Fouts throws a pick, Stabler matches him, throws an interception to end the first quarter. Fouts fumbles the ball away, Bolitnikov fumbles the ball away, but it's 3-3 at halftime as Blanda misses a 37-yard field goal. Hubbard fumbles the ball, Wershing kicks a field goal, takes the lead. Stabler throws an interception, it's returned down. Fouts throws an 11-yard pass to Levias for a 13-3 lead, and that wraps up the 3rd quarter. The Raiders down by 10 in the 4th. Stabler throws a 7-yard pass to Bolitnikov. Wershing hits a field goal, makes it 10-16. The Charger fans feeling pretty good about themselves, but Stabler throws a 31-yard bomb to Bolitnikov to take a 17-16 lead. San Diego risks the biscuit and punts the ball away, hoping to get it back. But no, Blanda and company hit a 44-yard field goal to put the game on ice, 20-16. However, San Diego, with a final drive of the game, is a catch by Norman, and he's popped. The ball comes loose. They lose it. And the Raiders hold on to win 20-16 in a 17 unanswered point. Not unanswered. The Raiders score 17 4th-quarter points. Not unanswered as the Chargers snuck in a field goal there in the 4th. Thank you for watching. This has been Parallax Football Complete. All I did differently here was use the locked 22 possessions, and I used what's called a static point of attack adjustment, so I don't have to roll that variable. Now you can use variable or static or not at all. You can just play the running game and skip the point of attack roll. All right, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.